Hey everyone, Tim Williams, Renio's Farm. Behind me I have a new tractor that Tall brought out to me to test and try out. Those of you who've been watching the videos on this channel know that I had a 4065 Duetz and we were having some issues with that on the steering and whatnot, and it's currently still in the shop. They're still trying to work through the issues with that. But in the meantime, Duetz has just released a 5080 with a power shuttle cab tractor. They also make it in an open station. But I'm going to look around at this thing. We're going to give you all the first impressions of it and just give you all a look at it and see if you all will be interested in buying it. First of all, I'm just going to say that Duetz is not paying me for any of this stuff that I do, so my opinion is my opinion, and you're going to get the 100% honest truth from me on this tractor and what I think about it. So we're going to flip the camera and so you guys can take a better look at it. So I'm standing in front of the tractor right now, and this loader bucket is enormous. I mean, I'm guessing it's at least 6.5 foot wide. I mean, and the depth of this thing is crazy. I mean, you don't see a depth of bucket like this, typically on maybe, a 100 horse tractor or bigger. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I really like the quick attach on this. It's kind of a standard skid steer quick attach, but it's got like it's a little different on the way they attach. You can see it's kind of like, it's got like a hook down there. And instead of the standard little piece that slides down in there, it's a clamp that clamps on the bucket. And it's a whole lot easier to attach, in my opinion, than what the standard skid steer attach is. And this is a Stoll loader. And it's made specifically for Duetz. And you can see the cylinders on this thing. It's really kind of different the way they make them, so I think that's kind of neat. They look a lot stronger. This is a pretty stout loader. If I'm not mistaken, my salesman told me this thing will lift about 3,800 pounds, so you got plenty of lift for round bales or stone or whatever kind of work you're doing, picking up wood, firewood, that kind of thing. And so I'll stand back here and just give you an overview of the tractor from the side and kind of give you the footprint of it. So it seems like it's a little bigger than the 4065 as far as the footprint. A little taller tires, I believe. A little bit longer wheelbase. I'll walk back over, we'll look at the axles here for you. Get a good close shot of those. So the axles on these are pretty substantial. The turning radius on it, I haven't really played with that yet to determine, where to turn really tight or not. The problem I had with the other 4065 was the turning radius was not good. And it does have some adjustment right here, it looks like, and appears to be, probably hasn't been adjusted yet to be able to turn. So it's got some stops. You can see the stop right here where it has hit the stop. So this probably can be turned out a little bit more to get some more adjustment. I haven't checked that. Looks like there's another part to the adjustment up here on top. But as you can see, this thing is made like a tank. It's pretty heavy duty. I'm pretty impressed, honestly, with this axle and how strong it is. We'll walk on back towards the back here. Another thing that I really like about the way they designed this tractor is you fill your fuel from the ground. The 4065 was literally on top of the tractor. You had to lug your fuel cans up there. It was absolutely annoying. Got diesel fuel all over the tractor, but this I like right here on the side because you can stand down here on the ground and put your fuel in it. You got a little toolbox here. Honestly, I didn't care much for the toolbox when I first looked at it. I don't know what you put in there, maybe some screwdrivers or something, but, it's not going to hold much. So, if I do get this tractor or get one like it, I'll have to kind of evaluate where I'd put a toolbox at on it. Haven't really looked at that much yet. Usually like to put them on a loader. They come with wheel weights, and the ones on my 4065 were 400 pounds. I don't know what these are because I haven't got into the manual or the specs yet on it. It says 43 kilograms on them. I'm not a metric guy, so I couldn't tell you what that conversion would be to pounds, but you guys could probably look it up real quick on the internet. Got mirrors on the side. Big batwing mirror, so you have to be careful if you go through the woods or you got some low-hanging trees around the field, kind of thing. Lights on the back, so that's pretty nice. It also has this little flashing light thingy over here. That's big in Europe. They have to put them on those tractors over there, so that's probably something that I may take off. Don't know yet. I may utilize it for something else because there is a switch in there for both of those, and I may put another light up there or something if I do buy this tractor. I think it'd be a good, something else you could do there. All right, on the back, something that's really cool. That's the first one I've seen on a Duetz is this control right here. This is for your 3-point hitch arms. So you can actually lower and raise your 3-point hitch from back here. So when you back up to hook up your arms for your implement, you can work it from back here and you're not getting on and off the tractor. That is something that is sweet. I've seen some other manufacturers actually put buttons right here on the fender that was electronic that you pushed and it would lower and raise it. So I'm glad that they did this. This actually controls the control inside, the lever inside the tractor moves it back and forth. So that was good thinking, good engineering on their part. Comes standard with 3 remotes. So those of you who need 3 remotes, there you go. I probably will wind up either having to put another remote on my 4065 if I keep it, or if I wind up trading for this one. This will be good because then I can use a hydraulic top link. We call this a third arm in Kentucky, but it seems like everybody else calls that a top link for whatever reason. Don't know why, but my dad always called it a third arm, so that's what I still call it. So PTO, 540 PTO, there is a cover that literally screws right in over top of that. Inside there's some threads in here that is pretty cool. My 4065 was like this too. So it's got a cover that threads on there. So if you're out in the field, raking hay and you don't need your PTO, you screw that cover on there and you don't get all kinds of garbage up on your PTO shaft. So you're not fighting it, cleaning it off whenever you're trying to put your implement on and hook it up. I see this. I don't know what in the world this thing's for. No idea, but it looks like a male hookup for something. No clue. I'll have to figure out what that is. I'll have to ask our salesman, that Pat down there at Tall Equipment, see if he knows what that's for. This looks like another hydraulic attachment. As far as the axles go on the back here, these aren't real huge. I mean, they're probably equivalent to what the front are. The old John Deere tractors that we had around the farm, I mean, it was a lot more steel on them, but I'm sure it's probably substantial enough to handle the load. Usually these things are always over-engineered on these tractors. Got a little power hookup right there for your trailer or whatever implement needs power. All right, so we'll come on around. Of course, you got your stoplights and your flashers on the back. There is a caution sign that they send with it that you can take and move if you need to. Lights up on top, I think I showed you that already. Mirror on the side here. There's also another set of lights here. Another spotlight right there on the side, each side. Of course, the front cab, there's a couple spotlights up there. And then go inside the cab here. So I do really like this cab. We got another cab tractor on the farm. It is a New Holland, but this one here is unique, I think, in the way it's laid out. It's really comfortable for one. And over here on the side when you get in, of course you got your buddy seat. So you can take your son with you, your wife, your daughter, out there in the field, and they can hang out with you. Or just a buddy wants to ride along with you. Very important over here on the side, got a cup holder. So that's pretty nice. Got enough to drink to put your adult beverage in or whatever you want to do. Nice Kenwood stereo up here with speakers. Your controls for your lights. And that's that switch for that little caution light on the back that I was telling you about. So you got a switch that's pre-wired in here for that thing, so you can really rewire that, put something else up there if you want to. And then, of course, you got a mirror over here on the side. And of course your mirrors both here, you can adjust those. On the side over here, right here, you have your hydraulic remote controls right up here on top of the fender. So I really like that. You're not reaching back here down on the side, because typically down here on the side is where all your controls are. and it gets kind of congested down there, but I like this right up here. That's pretty cool. That's a nice feature. Throttle control is right here on the side, and then you can preset your throttles right here. So if you want to run that up and set your running PTO throttle for your PTO, set it 2,000 RPMs, 20,000 RPMs, whatever you're setting it for, you can preset that, push that button, and then when you can push it again and throttle it down, and you can get off, do whatever you want to, and get back on the tractor, push a button, brings it right back up. So you're not sitting there watching your tachometer while you're trying to set it. Electronic PTO engagement right here. Just push the button. There's also there's a 12 volt out there for your phone, whatever. And then I haven't figured out exactly what all these are for yet. I know one of them's obviously for third function. One of them I think is locking the loader, and one of them makes it level or self-leveling. So I'm guessing that's what it is. So I'll have to get more into that and read the manual and whatnot. Of course, your controls for your 3-point hitches right here, your draft controls, your lift controls right there. Then here's your speeds for your tractor. So you got looks like you have a fast, turtle, and a snail, so it's probably got a crawl on it. So that's pretty cool. And then you also have 5 speeds, looks like, forward and reverse, and plus this is probably a 15-speed tractor. So that's pretty cool. All right, so up here is your power shuttle. So obviously you can adjust this button right here. This will actually make your an adjustment whether how hard it kicks in when it releases. So you can either go soft release or a hard release, fast release on the clutch. So all this is electronic. So this clutch right here, when you push the clutch in, it's literally the same as moving your power shuttle and disengaging it. So it's one feature I like that. Really like that feature a lot. Another feature and this has come out on a lot of tractors. You see this little button right here on the back of the gear shift? That's another clutch. So you never have to take your hand off the shifter. You just push that button in when you're shifting gears going down the road, and you can shift up and down whatever just by pushing that in and letting it back off. So that's pretty cool. So it's another little electronic feature on there. Your 4-wheel drive, that button is right here. So you can push that button for your 4-wheel drive, take off. Right next to it, the right button right here, that's your differential lock. And then of course you have your light controls, turn signals, your horn right here on the end. It works pretty good. It sounds kind of weak, but anyway. Up here, so one function that I really like on this, because we roll a lot of hay on this farm, is the stop and go. So you can engage the stop and go function on this thing. And when you get ready to stop, like if your bale starts tying or whatever in your tractor, all you do is literally hit the brakes on this thing, and the tractor will come to a stop. It will stop till you take your foot off that brake, and then you get to take off, and just essentially like it's doing, you're using a clutch. So you can use your brakes on this instead of hitting your clutch and having to hit your brakes if you're sitting on a hill. Bam, you got it. It's done. Just stop and release and go again. So that's pretty cool. These other buttons here, honestly and truly, I have not figured out what those are yet. Don't know. I have to ask the salesman on that yet. I haven't looked at the manual, so going through it. Like I said, this is just my first impression of this tractor, what I really kind of figured out on it from the salesman. I believe the steering wheel too on this thing. I believe this button right here, I believe it's tilt. Let's see here. I think it is. Not giving you guys a very good picture of this, but oh yeah, that tilts it. So yeah, you can tilt the steering wheel up and down with that. That's pretty cool. So you can see how high up it went there. I'm gonna see if I can hold the camera and bring it back down again. There we go. So that's pretty cool. Got a complete tilt steering wheel. Of course, your caution flashers are right here. Oh yeah, for you guys that like sunroofs, this is pretty cool. I saw that. So you got a built-in sunroof in this tractor. A little blind up there, sun comes in. It does open, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, sure does. So, if you're in a tractor and it's hot, air conditioner ain't working, or it's you know, it's cool and you want to open it up, you can open that up. Pull it back down on me right there. Also, something that's unique with this tractor that I haven't seen on any is the front windshield will open. Now, it doesn't open very far because obviously it's going to hit your loader, but you can crack that, let some air in the front. Of course, your side windows here, they open as well. You know, you can let them out. So if it's a cool fall day or a spring day and you want to let some air in your tractor, then, you know, you can open the windshield and open the other windows and oh man, that's going to be hard to get shut. There we go. Sorry about that. Got my buddy Stink Bug flying around in here. You get him out of here. You know, if anybody else fights with those stupid things, but we really fight with them a lot around here in Kentucky. So your foot throttle, so far the foot throttle location, I don't like it because for me it's uncomfortable. I mean, my foot, you know, I wear a size 10.5. So my foot is literally, I don't know if I can get a good shot of this. My foot is hitting the back of the tractor right here to try to get up on that. So, I mean, and it's real easy to use. I mean, I'm just barely laying my foot on that. And, you know, it's like, it'll really throw that throttle out wide open. I was messing around with it last night and I laid my foot on it and didn't realize how easy it was. I mean, I revved the RPMs up really high. But, I mean, it's not a good place. It needs to be, in my opinion, it needs to be up here a little further on this side of the brake, like right here. Yeah, I know it kind of impedes you trying to get out, but nobody's going to use this right-hand door to get out. Especially you've got the loader on it, that joystick is in the way. Unless you're a real skinny guy, you ain't getting out that door. So that might be a place where, actually, you know, that'd be a good spot for a toolbox right there. I'd just get a small ammo box and set an ammo box right there on the corner. That'd be perfect for that. Of course, you got a lock for your brakes. I didn't show you all that. And you lock your brakes together. I don't usually do that, but you can if you want to do that. Of course, over here, you can completely disengage your PTO. So right now it looks like it is engaged, and you know, oh no, it wasn't. Okay, so down's engaged, and then back up is in neutral. So you engage your PTO over here, but you got the electronic button over there. I guess this just kicks it in gear, the best I can tell. There's another little, I don't know what this is for. Oh, there's a couple, oh, well, that's cool. It's got USB chargers right here. So you don't even need to bring a cell phone charger in here, you just need the cord. That's pretty neat. Look at this other one over here and see what we got here. On this side, just 12 volt. Okay, yeah, that's just a regular cigarette lighter plug. So, well, those of y'all who don't know what a cigarette lighter is, y'all probably a lot younger than I am, but that's where you put your phone charger there or other implements. And no idea what this is. Oh, well, I don't know what in the world that is. It looks like another place for a cup holder there, but I'm not sure what that really is, and it's wrapped in plastic, so I'm not going to open it. Pretty interesting. Little compartments there, you know, you can throw your cell phone up in there. You know, that's a good place for it. You know, or on this side, another compartment there. Of course, let's look at the back glass here. You know, the back glass opens up, got a latch. That's pretty standard on most of them. Not much room behind the seat for anything. You can see the owner's manual down there, so you can't get a lot in it, but you could get something in it. Couple speakers, some lights up here in the cab. There is a light over here on this side, I think. Of course, these are your controls for your heat and AC right there. Controls for your windshield wipers, and I think that's about it in the cab. Dashboard controls. You see that it's pretty much standard to Duetz. My 4065 looks just like that on the dashboard, so pretty standard there. All in all, just first impressions of it. I think it's a really cool tractor. I like the cab and the way it's laid out. You know, for those who have a farm does a lot of hay in the summertime, or you know, this is a nice, really nice tractor. And I haven't got a bottom line price on it yet, so I really don't know what they're going for. But I do like it. It's nice. It's comfortable. There's lots of room in here. You know, plenty of room for other stuff, coolers, whatever, you know, when you're out in the field all day. Lunchbox. I'm kind of excited to get out and use it a little bit. So we'll see what happens, and I might hook something up to it and hook my grapple up to it and shoot a video with that and see how it operates and the loader and everything, and give you guys a little impression of that. All right, anyway, if you have any questions, drop them in the bottom and I'll try to answer them. Don't know a whole lot about it yet, but I'm sure over the next few days, once I get out in the field and use it a little bit, then I'll have a better grasp of it. All right, everybody, thanks for watching.